social media influencer Liver King. Investigators say they discovered Johnson was traveling to Austin while continuing to make threatening comments towards Joe Rogan.
Brian Johnson is charged with making a terroristic threat a misdemeanor.
After an insane couple of weeks, Liver King has found himself under arrest in the city of Austin. He's literally melting down on his Instagram page, now being arrested by the police.
Liver King was once a guy respected among people who believed in ancestral living. Not just ancestral living, but in general, people used to respect him for his age and the natural physique he had built through an all-natural food diet.
Liver King went to make his Black Rifle coffee, and look at what I found. I found 15 pounds of raw, thinly sliced pieces of...
But as always, like everyone else who scams innocent fans, like you already know people like Logan Paul, Liver King also thought, hey, why don't I just drop all this ancestral drama? I can scam my fans and make hundreds of millions of dollars. Another thing is, Liver King noticed that almost every other famous person in the world had invited him to their podcast, except Joe Rogan. So he thought, why don't I call him out? This can create instant controversy, make my product more famous, make me more famous, and I'll earn multi-millions of dollars. But little did Liver King know what was waiting for him. In today's video, I'm going to go through how Liver King's silly stunt might land this $100 million man behind bars. Before I go into details, let's rewind how Brian Michael Johnson became the Liver King, and in just a couple of years, how he became astonishingly rich by scamming his fans. It all started with Brian being just another guy, a small, insecure kid with a speech problem and low self-esteem, but he was obsessed with transformation. He studied biochemistry, got into dentistry, married a dentist, and lived a quiet life.
People always ask me, how do you stay so fit upside down on your hands? And I always tell them the answer is the same. I do active wrists and a whole lot of deficit work. Happy birthday!
But none of it gave him fame or fortune, so he reinvented himself as the Liver King, a raw liver-eating, primal-screaming, muscle-packed man claiming to live by ancestral laws.
Good morning, primals! It's time to launch into the day. Grounded!
Preached what he called the 9 ancestral tenets. No processed food, no soft beds, no phones, just raw organs, sunlight, lifting heavy, and living primal. His shredded body was the ultimate proof.
Liver King here. I got 1 pound of delicious raw liver right in front of me because liver is king. Here we go.
And people believed it. He claimed he was 100% natural, and that lie made him millions. Soon, he exploded on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. He showed up shirtless in interviews, podcasts, gym videos, even grocery stores, yelling about testicles, liver, and bone marrow. But behind that madness was a business. He launched supplement brands like Ancestral Supplements and The Fittest, selling products that promised the benefits of raw organ meat in capsule form. Each bottle sold for around $30 to $65. People ate it up, literally.
Primals, the Liver King bar has just gone live. It is going to become the most dominant bar in the history of bars. And I'm here to prove it to you. We are here to put it to the test.
His brand began making tens of millions of dollars a year. At one point, the entire empire was estimated to bring in over $100 million annually. He turned his entire family into a brand. His wife became the Liver Queen. His kids became the Savage Liver Boys. Together, they sold the fantasy that ancestral living was the secret to health, strength, and masculinity.
I'm like always stuck here with my arms and everything.
My father likes eating an eyeball down the hatch.
But none of it was real. In 2022, the truth came out. Leaked emails exposed that Liver King was spending over $11,000 a month on steroids, including testosterone, growth hormone, and other performance enhancers.
Guy's 47 years old. He built his brand on, the raw meat, the caveman lifestyle. What was it? The tenements and all that stuff. He said he was all natural, but found out he was spending $11,000 on a month on steroids.
That's more than $130,000 a year just to maintain a body he told the world was natural. He had lied. He had scammed his fans. He wasn't just selling supplements, he was selling a lie. The YouTuber exposed him and the internet went crazy.
What I'm currently taking. So here's this stack. IGF-1 LR3, CJC with IMAP, ibutamoren, omnitrope, testosterone cypionate, DECA, nandrolone decanoate.
Liver King had no choice but to post an apology. In a video titled I Lied, he admitted to using steroids but tried to spin it as a personal mistake. He said he did it to help men struggling with depression and masculinity.
I'm making this video to apologize because I f***ed up, because I'm embarrassed and ashamed, because I lied and I misled a lot. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's been tricky as to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
But the damage was already done. Soon after, a massive $25 million class action lawsuit was filed against him. The lawsuit claimed that he had knowingly misled customers into buying his products based on a fake, enhanced body. It accused him of manipulating vulnerable people looking for answers.
Saying that's a massive switch from just a few months ago where he was previously calling anyone calling him out subprimal. But essentially, it seems like things have slowly gone downhill from here since this all happened. His companies were sued for $25 million for deceptive marketing due to his steroid controversy.
So the lawsuit was later dismissed. Many believe a private settlement was made to keep things quiet. Then came the feud with Joe Rogan. Despite appearing on multiple big podcasts, Liver King was never invited to the Joe Rogan Experience. Rogan openly questioned Liver King's natural claims, saying it was obvious he was on steroids.
I'm not surprised at all.
No.
I mean, it seems completely makes sense, but that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it seemed like just a matter of time for him.
There's no way you can look like that in your 40s. I mean, he's preposterously jacked.
Instead of staying quiet, Liver King lost control. He posted bizarre videos challenging Rogan to a fight.
Tell me if Joe Rogan has accepted the invitation for the fight. Have I gotten his attention yet? Everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to Joe Rogan's town, Austin. I was here before you, Joe Rogan. It's Texas. That's my home. This week you probably might need to worry about me.
In one video, he wore a wolf pelt, held a rifle, and spoke directly to Rogan like he was starting a war.
But it wasn't just a stunt anymore. Joe Rogan felt threatened and contacted law enforcement.
In June 2025, Liver King was arrested in Austin, Texas. He was charged with making a terroristic threat. He was released on a $20,000 bond and ordered to stay at least 200 yards away from Joe Rogan and his family. He was also given a strict curfew, an ankle monitor, and ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation. After getting out of jail, he returned to social media like nothing happened. He even joked about going after Seth Rogen next, but the reality is no joke.
He thought if you just put him in jail, have the Violent Crimes Division, have them come arrest him for a terroristic threat, and the whole time that terroristic threat you thought was a bomb or something inside that box was actually a present back for you.
Liver King's brand is collapsing. His supplement business is under pressure. His credibility is gone. New lawsuits could come. Regulators might investigate his false claims again. His fan base is broken. His empire, built on raw liver and lies, is crumbling fast. If he's convicted of making threats, he could face more serious consequences. Fines, probation, maybe even jail time if he violates court orders again. His $100 million brand could go up in flames. And what about Joe Rogan? He said Liver King seems mentally unstable and could be dangerous. He's not laughing anymore. Nobody is.
This is what happens when lies catch up to you. This is a warning to everyone. Don't believe everything a celebrity says. Just because someone is ripped, loud, and confident doesn't mean they're telling the truth. Don't waste your money on overpriced supplements just because they're sold by someone famous. Ask questions. Do your research. Think for yourself. Because the next Liver King could be just around the corner, waiting to sell you the next lie.